Security breach.
At Southwestern High School in Indiana, the kids drill.
I see they're all running past this red line. What is that?
The red line is a security measure, and that's in place because if we stand behind this red line, if there's a shooter at the door, they cannot see the children.
And this is something schools can do right now. There's a red line on the ground.
Absolutely.
But here they go high-tech too. The classroom doors are bullet resistant and cameras, so many cameras everywhere. And it's not just school officials watching either. They're connected live with the sheriff's department 10 miles away. Authorities can track an intruder in real time.
Every teacher here, you have your own panic button.
Yeah, we all wear a fob in case there's a security breach. We can push this button and the entire alarm system goes off in the school.
And something else I actually want to show you real quick. When that happens, every classroom has a box like this, also hooked up to the sheriff's department. The teacher can flip help if they actually see the suspect or they're in danger, or they can flip safe if the kids are safe.
In 2015, I tested it, playing the intruder.
Showing a male subject in a blue suit.
If I was a real intruder, I couldn't get into a single classroom. They're all locked. Every last one of them.
But the biggest counterattack is yet to come.
He's walking towards exit 14. I'm going to launch the hot zone.
The school's secret weapon called hot zones. Exploding smoke cannons hidden in the ceiling. Cops can deploy them in an instant.
Whoa. There is smoke. It is loud and it's meant to disorient the suspect. I mean, look at this. The smoke is filling the hallway. You can barely even see me. Whoa. The other amazing thing is they're watching the suspect on real-time cameras, so no matter where the suspect goes, they can keep setting off these hot zones so he stays blind.
The system is expensive, $400,000, but school officials say worth it in this scary new world. Jeff Rossen, NBC News, Shelbyville, Indiana.
Don Jones is the founder and president of NetTalon. That's the company behind the safe school you just saw in Jeff Rossen's report. He joins us live from Fredericksburg, Virginia. Don, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks very much for the opportunity.
Is it true you only have sold one of these school systems so far?
The answer to that is yes. Southwestern is the only school in America that's connected to emergency 911 call center. It's the flagship for the Indiana Sheriff's Association, and it was the basis for Indiana moving to pass a school safety law. So Indiana is the first state moving to standards for school safety, and it's the basis of the next efforts, the community-based funding bill. And if that's successful, then Indiana will be the first state to have standards for school safety and to have a way to pay for it. So
is it important,
it's a paradigm shift
that the state sets those standards? So Indiana, you mentioned, has made a priority out of this. Does that mean it's harder for you to sell and install these systems in other states?
No, the point here, Kelly, is that the way the world is today, schools are not connected to E911, and so law enforcement is responding blind. They don't have any actual intelligence. They often don't get the alert till shots have been fired, maybe for 2 minutes. So this is a paradigm change where you get the alert out in a couple seconds. The children have protection. Their classrooms are protected spaces. Law enforcement can locate the attacker within a minute, and today that's impossible. And they have the ability to launch countermeasures while officers are en route. So they can neutralize the attacker before you have boots on the ground and building entry teams have made entry. So it's a paradigm shift. It doesn't exist today. Indiana is going to set the model for all the states to follow.
Do you think there's something different about the Florida shooting that will make other schools look to install your systems now?
Well, the Florida shooting is a good example of how this can make a difference. It's a non-gun solution to a gun problem. It empowers law enforcement with the actual intelligence they need. So in the Florida shooting, the alert probably didn't get out for a couple of minutes after the first shots were fired. Law enforcement, you got multiple people calling off their mobile phones, giving a little piece of what's happening, but not the total picture. So in this case, I believe the sheriffs responded without a subject description, didn't know how many shooters, didn't know what kind of weapons, and didn't have any idea where the shooter or shooters were located. So without the intelligence, it's really hard to to make contact, move to the shooter, and neutralize him. And so this changes all that. So the officers, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, please, go ahead.
No, so the officers would have been right, if this was in the Parklands High School, in the Marjorie Douglas High School, they would have known exactly where the attacker is and would have moved towards him and neutralized him. And most likely, when, as you saw in that video, when the smoke bombs are fired, the fire doors, the fire alarm system comes on, the fire doors close, and the shooter's compartmentalized into one hallway. So it's a game changer for law enforcement. It takes away the 3 to 7 minutes of unimpeded access that a shooter has to victims. It absolutely it just changes everything, and this kids in protected spaces, that's critical. You wouldn't have the massacre you had on Valentine's Day.
Don, do you think you could install this system in pretty much any school for $400,000 or less?
Yeah.
Or what?
Well, no, that's a 30 classroom school. It's about $1,300 a student is what you're looking at, and that's why it's important for the states to move towards a standard that the security industry has to respond to, and to find a way to pay for it. And a way to pay for it is community-based funding with a school safety fee on taxable parcels.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.